Welcome to Shadow Boy MMA, where we're talking all things MMA, but gay.
Greetings, nerds and virgins! It's Shadow Boy MMA here, you already know, and today we're going to be ranking fighters based off luck, you already know. So first we got 100% luck, that's fighters who are 100% lucky all the time. Their entire career is based off luck. Then 75% luck, you already know, they're very lucky, I'll just put it at that. Then 50% luck, you're lucky sometimes. Then 25% luck, you're like, not that lucky. 0% luck, you have the worst luck of all time. And starting off, we actually got Dricus Duplessis. So this is a guy who's actually been 100% lucky. If you look at all his fights, they're like 50-50 bar brawls, bro. And he comes up on top every time. I mean, the MMA gods must love him. I don't know what to say. But yeah, Dricus Duplessis, 100% luck. And then we got Davison Figueiredo. I mean, he's pretty fucking unlucky if you ask me. Like, how are you gonna fight the same guy 4 times and only win once, bro? And a lot of those decisions, a lot of people think Davison should have won, and it should at least be 2-2, in my opinion. So yeah, because of the bad luck from the judges and other factors and injuries he's had in the past and him having to pull out, he's pretty unlucky. I'll put him at 25%. Next up, we got Bobby Knuckles, Robert Whitaker. When it comes to luck, I mean, he hasn't got a lot of split decisions, like not versus Israel Adesanya, that was pretty unlucky. But then again, he did get a decision versus Darren Till, which was a pretty close fight, although it was a clear win for him. Um, yeah, Robert Whitaker has also been getting tough fights from the UFC, so I'll just put him at 75%. I'll put him at 50% luck because it's like, I don't know. Right, next up we got Jan Blachowicz. Yeah, he's been pretty lucky, I guess. I mean, he's been getting tough matchups, like against Israel Adesanya when he was undefeated, but managing to get a win there. But then also taking on Alex Pereira when Alex Pereira was on the rise, and he actually lost a split decision to him. But I don't think he has any luck to do with his career. I think it's been all skill, and him making it to the top was very wholesome to see. At the end of the day, he did win the belt. He is a former champion, but I don't think it's based on luck. I'll put him at like 25% luck. Next up, we got Aljamain, the Oscar award winning Sterling. Aljo shit stain Sterling. I'm joking. I love Aljo, but yeah, I'll be real. He's 100% luck. Let's be real here. Like him winning the belt off Yarn the way he did, and then winning split decision over and over, and then fighting injured T.J. Dillashaw. Like he's been really lucky, and his luck ended with Sean O'Malley. But yeah, he's 100% lucky fighter. Next up, we got Alexander Volkanovski. He's actually been pretty unlucky, if anything. Like, the fans hated him when he first started because of the decision versus Holloway. Um, yeah, the split decision versus Holloway. Everyone hated him after that. But also, like, taking that short notice fight versus Islam wasn't unlucky, it was just stupid. But also, getting robbed versus Islam in the first fight, that was unlucky as fuck. So, yeah, he's pretty unlucky, I guess. I'm gonna just put him at 25% luck because he hasn't had the best luck. Next up is our good friend, the Sandman, Sandhagen. So, yeah, he hasn't been that lucky. He hasn't, like, won a lot of the split decision close fights he's been in, like versus Jan, versus TJ Dillashaw, which he should have won. He's been unlucky actually, and then getting destroyed by Aljo like that when we all know Corey Sandhagen is the better fighter than he showed that night. But yeah, he's been an unlucky fighter if anything, and getting a few injuries along the way. I'll put him at like 25% luck, to be honest. Next up, we got Islam Makhachev. I mean, that decision versus Volkanovski has been fucking lucky as fuck. The fact he got a title shot when he did wasn't luck, it was planned by the UFC because he's Dagestani, and everyone knows about Dagestani privilege at this point. If you're Dagestani, you might as well be fighting for the belt tomorrow. But yeah, he's been pretty lucky, I'll say. I'll put him at like 75% luck just because of the decision versus Volkanovski and the matchups he's been given. So yeah. Next up, we got Dominic Cruz. I'm gonna put him at 0% luck. Like his prime was ruined by fucking injuries. That's unlucky as fuck. Um, Prime Dominic Cruz was a killer, but we didn't get to see him in his prime because sadly he's been injured for most of it. So next up we got Henry Cejudo. He's been pretty lucky, like with the matchups he got on the way to the top, and the fact he got that decision versus Mighty Mouse, and him fighting watch Dominic Cruz when he did. Yeah, he's been lucky with the matchups he's been getting and the decisions he's been getting. Although Aljo did win a split decision versus him, so I will knock him down a bit for that. I'll put him at 75% lock. Next up, we got Arnold Allen, who fought Mosvar last fight. He probably should have won that. Got robbed a bit. A lot of people think. Not that I think that, but a lot of people do think that. Um, yeah, he's been unlucky with the decisions he's been getting, like against Evloev, and the fight against Max. He only needed a few more changes and he probably wins that fight. So I'll put him at like 25% lock. Next up, we got Edson Barboza. I'll put him at 0% lock. He had to meet Khabib in his fucking prime. Holy shit! And he's met so many killers in their prime, like Khabib, Tony Ferguson. The list goes on, bro. Like just look at his fucking resume. He's met in their prime. So yeah, I'm gonna put him at like 0% luck. Also, that Paul Felder decision in their second fight was fucking disgusting. So next up, we got Joaquin Buckley. I mean, I'll put him at like 75% luck because who else gets Vicente Luque pulling guard versus them, bro? Congrats, Buckley. You got lucky that Vicente pulled guard. If you were fighting a prime Vicente Luque, clearly brain hernia Luque now ain't the same person as before. So yeah, you got lucky he pulled guard, you got lucky you caught him at the right time, and you got that fluky kick, so I'm going to put you at 75% luck. Next up, we got Charles Oliveira. Now, guys, I love Charles Oliveira, trust me. I fucking love him. He's like one of my favorite fighters, top 10 at least. But I'm going to be honest, he's had a lot of luck, like when people have knocked him down with fight-ending shots and then him getting back up, rising from the dead like he's an Undertaker. I can't lie, that's fucking luck. I mean, there is a lot of durability to it, and like he does have a he does have legitimate skills, but his style isn't based off his skill set. It's based off him running forward, charging forward, and brawling. And a lot of the times his chin's up in the air, and he's just throwing bombs, hoping one of them lands in a firefight. So I'm gonna put him 100% luck. Next up, we got Sean Strickland. I mean, if you seen the way he got the title on short notice, that's fucking lucky as fuck. He also caught Israel, in my opinion, while Israel wasn't in his prime. Although his style will also always cause problems for Israel. Gotta admit that fight Israel wasn't looking himself. Like I still think Sean would have won that fight, but it would have been closer. So for the fact he caught Israel Adesanya when Israel was at his worst, and the fact that he got a short notice title shot after getting knocked out by Pereira and a few wins, but also he did get robbed against Cannonier, so I'll put him at like 50% luck just for the Cannonier decision. Next up, we got Israel Adesanya. I mean, he's pretty fucking lucky if you ask me. He fought Yoel Romero through 0 punches and somehow won the fight. So if you win a fight throwing 0 punches, I'm just gonna chuck you up at 100%. Next up, Leon Edwards. I'm gonna put him at 100% luck. Even though that kick was calculated, blah blah blah, he got timed it and shit. Come on, you're down 3-1 heading into the 5th round, and then you knock the guy out. You can't tell me that doesn't have a little bit of luck to it. Even though he timed it perfectly, even though it was beautiful technique and everything, he still got lucky with the kick. Let's not kid ourselves here. So yeah, I'm gonna put him at 100% lock. Now on to Blessed Holloway. I mean, he's unlucky if you ask me. He lost twice to Dustin Poirier. He had to fight Dustin Poirier when he was like 23 years old. He also had to fight Conor McGregor when he was like 23 years old. So yeah, Max Holloway has been getting unlucky fights, but then he did go on a hell of a run for no credit but his own. So but also the decision against Volkanovski was unlucky. The Poirier fight was debatable in the second one. So, he hasn't been getting a lot of these close decisions. And every fight he's been winning, he's clearly won. So I'll put him at like 25% luck. Next up, we got Colby Covington. Yeah, he's been getting real lucky with the matchups he's been getting. I'm gonna be real. Although I do think it's calculated and hand-picked matchups from himself, I still think it's lucky that he's getting them from the UFC. His fight style ain't lucky, but he is a lucky guy for the fights he's getting. I'm gonna put him at like 75% luck. But skill wise, he's not lucky skill wise. He just has really good cardio, really good wrestling. So yeah, 75% luck. Right, next up we got Dan 50k Ige. I mean, he's got one shot knockout power. I'm not gonna even call him lucky. He's got proper one shot KO power. So he's just blessed from the gods. And also he's a very skillful fighter. The decision versus Josh Emmett was debatable. I'll put him at like 25% lock. Next up, we got the highlight, Justin Gaethje. I mean, if you ask me, like a lot of the 50-50 fights he's in, and that head kick from to Poirier in a fight, I'm gonna put him at 100% lock. I'll be real. Next up, we got Cody Nochin Garbrandt. He has 0% luck. He's a brawler, but he never wins the brawls. Like it's not even a coin toss with him. It's a determined fate. Every time he's in a bar fight, he's gonna lose. I don't know if that's a skill issue or a chin issue, but he's unlucky, bro. A lot of fights he's lost, he could have actually won. I'm gonna put him at 0% luck. Next up, we got Marab, the Potato, Dvalishvili. I mean, he's pretty unlucky with the Ricky Simone situation that fucking happened. He got lucky. He fought Cejudo out his prime. He got so fucking lucky he would have got knocked out. He also got lucky versus Marlon Moraes when he should have got knocked out there too. So I'll put him at like 75% lock. Next up, we got Brendan Allen. I'm gonna put him 100% lock based on that decision versus fucking Chris Curtis. Not saying he should have lost, but it was a fucking toss up. I'll give him that, and he won the toss up. So yeah, you get 100% luck. Next up, we got JDM Jack Della Maddalena. He's all skill, no luck, 0% luck. I'm gonna put him at 0% luck. He's all skill. Actually, I'm gonna put him at 25%. I'm gonna put him at 50% because of that decision he got against Brazil. That was a pretty dodgy decision, and then the knee he got against Gilbert Burns, although it was timed. You know what? He's going to 75% luck. He's actually pretty lucky, I'll be real. Next up, we got Kevin Trailblazer Holland. You already know he has like the worst luck ever. He had to fight Khamzat Chimaev on 1 day notice. You can't get much unluckier than that. He also had to fight MVP as MVP's first fight. He's also been wrestle fucked. He's got skills, but he's been getting pretty unlucky with the matchups he's been getting. I'm gonna put him at like 0% luck. Next up, we got Movsar Evloev. So Movsar Evloev got pretty lucky with the decision against Arnold Allen. He got very lucky with the decision versus Diego Lopez, and I know he has one more split decision on his record. I'll put him at 100% luck. If you win three dodgy decisions, back to back to back, then yeah, you're fucking lucky. Congrats. Tell me the lottery tomorrow, bro. Tell me the numbers for the lottery, please. Next up, we got Ian the Cuck Machado. Gary, you already know he's a cuck, so unlucky there. He's a cuck. I'm gonna put him at 0% luck because he's a fucking cuck. Cuck. Next up, we got Neil Magny. I mean, with the whole Ian Gary situation, that was unlucky as fuck. Unfortunate. He had to fight Ian Gary. Also, the matchups he's been getting against all these young up and comers. But then, after being down 2-0 against Mike Mellor, he came back, bang, knocked him out in the final minute from ground and pound. But I don't think that's luck. I think that has to do with Mike Mellor being a fraud, zero cardio, and not that good of a ground game. So I'll put Neil Magny at like 25% luck. Next up, we got Shara the Bullet. I mean, you won the fight off your back. You're a lucky motherfucker. You're Mr. Lucky Charms. I'll give you 100% luck because you won a fight off your back. How does that happen? How the fuck does that happen? Also, you're a ginger with one eye. That's pretty cool, bro. Next up, we have Conor McGregor. You know, that leg snap was unlucky as fuck. He's had good luck on his rise, but now it's like all the luck is coming back to him. So current McGregor, he would have 0% luck. I mean, with the leg break, how the first Poirier fight went, and now him just being a coke addict, sadly. And I'm a McGregor fan. He's my favorite fighter, but he's addicted to the coke now, so I'm putting him at, in his prime, he's like 75% luck. Now though, he has no luck and he's on a downfall. I'm putting him at 0% luck. Next up, we got Curtis Blades. I mean, you're pretty fucking lucky if you're getting wrestle fucked and the guy just goes down from a hammer fist. I can't lie, that's lucky as fuck. and also the fact you beat Tom Aspinall the way you did, that's lucky as fuck. You're lucky you checked the kick. Even though he did look a bit mentally checked out in that fight, Tom Aspinall did, you still got lucky with the check, bro, and you need to thank the gods that you checked that kick, because if not, you'd be on the prelims, but instead you might be seeing a title fight in your near future because of that check kick. So now you got history with Tom Aspinall, and then that lucky hammer fist against Jalton Almeida. So yeah, you're 75% luck. Then we got the Sugar Show. Nah, he's no luck, pure skill. You already know. The only unlucky part was when the only very unlucky part was when Cheeto Vera hit that perennial little bit of nerve, and yeah. So I'm gonna put him at if this was unlucky, he'd be high, but he's been lucky. So I mean he's 0% luck. Okay, he's 0% luck, all skill. Next up, we got Calvin Kattar. You already know he's been unlucky as fuck. Like when he fought Max Holloway. Max Holloway took years off his life, sadly to say. But we're gonna need to see him versus Aljo before I really say how lucky he is. But that fight's tomorrow. Y'all want to see my reactions to UFC 300? Make sure you like and subscribe to this video. By the way, I want 500 subscribers from this video. Come on, let's do it, and everyone to like, comment as well. But anyways, let's continue. Yeah, Calvin Kattar, I'll put him at like 50% luck, I don't know. Next up, we got Magomed Ankalaev. I mean, you're unlucky as fuck, or dumb as fuck, to tap out with 1 second left on the clock. He didn't go out, he tapped out with 1 second left on the clock. Like, that's fucking stupid. It's 1 second, bro. Why would you tap out? I know, like, it's ironic to be talking as a fan, but it's like, there's 1 second left, bro. Why would you tap? I think he's been a bit unlucky with the Jean decision, the Paul Craig. I'll put him at like 25% luck. Next up, we got Sean Brady. I mean, he has to be pretty lucky to be on the run he's on in the UFC, then get TKO'd by Bilal Muhammad. If you get TKO'd by Bilal Muhammad, I'm gonna assume your entire career was built off luck. You're not that good, and yeah, I'm sorry to say, bro, but you've been pretty lucky through your career to go 13-0, lose to Bilal, and then get Kelvin Gastelum as your comeback fight. I'm gonna put you at like 75% luck. Next up, we got Paulo the Eraser Costa. You already know. He's had luck on his come up, but now as McGregor, his luck's starting to come back at him. Like losing back-to-back fights. Getting a win versus Luke Rockhold, but then how are you gonna land a spinning kick on Robert Whitaker and not knock him out by that, bro? You land a literal picture perfect Edson Barboza-esque spinning 360 heel kick or whatever it's called, and he didn't get knocked out, so that's unlucky as fuck for him. I'll put him at like 50% luck. Next up, we got Paul Craig. I mean, he's the definition of luck. I'll put him at 100% luck. Every time he's getting his ass beat, but then pulls off some lucky shit. He's 100% lucky, and yeah, enjoy 100% luck, bro. Next up, we got Chris Action Man Curtis. I mean, he's unlucky with the decision against Brandon Allen, I'll be real. He hasn't had a lot of one-shot KO fights, so I'll put him at like 25%. Actually, I'll put him at 50%. So next up, boys, we got Beneil Dariush. You already know, 0 luck, pure skill. His ground game is incredible. Actually, he's been pretty lucky in some of the brawls he's been getting in, like that fight of the year versus Guy, I forgot. Unlucky as fuck versus Armin Sarukin, I'll say that. But he's been pretty lucky in some brawls in the past. I'll give him like 50% luck. Next up, we got Jack Manson. I don't think of him as like a lucky fighter. If anything, he loses a lot, so he's unlucky. I'll put him at like 0% luck, because can't think of a lucky I mean, Kelvin Gastelum being shit at heel hook defense, that was pretty lucky for him. I'll put him at like 25% luck. Next up, Bobby Green, 0% luck. How you gonna get brain damage from Jalen Turner? Like, that referee must have hated him or some shit. He must have had a bet on Bobby Green, because holy shit. Sorry that happened to you, Bobby, but yeah, you're 0% luck because of that moment. Next up, we got Dan the Hooker. I mean, if your last name is Hooker, you already know you're pretty unlucky. Also, you're losing split decisions versus Dustin Poirier. I remember he had a close fight with Paul Felder. Who won that fight? I forgot. Hold up. I need to search up real quick who won. Yeah, so Dan Hooker won, and I remember a lot of controversy around it. Like a lot of people saying he probably should have lost that fight. So yeah, he's been getting he's had some luck. He's had some unluck. I'll just put him at the 50%. Alright, next up we got Drew Dober. I mean, if we're talking Drew Dober versus black fighters, you already know he's the most racist fighter of all time. He only beats black fighters, but when he fights white fighters, he all of a sudden he becomes shit. So yeah, if he's fighting a white fighter, you might as well just bet your entire bank account on the other fighter. And if he's fighting a black fighter, just put all your money on Drew Dober because yeah, he for some reason he gets extra power when he fights black people. So I'll put him at like 50%, 100% luck. No, I'll put him at 75% luck. Let's do it. Alright, next up we got John Bones Jones. You already know he got lucky in the Dominic Reyes decision, that's for sure. Although, is that luck or is that just the odds makers scamming us? Everyone who bet on Dominic Reyes or the UFC trying to save his legacy. We'll never know, but we know for sure he lost to Dominic Reyes but got gifted the victory. He's won every split decision ever. I mean, when we come to the outside decisions, I mean, that's just who he is. He's an idiot. He's a piece of shit. But I won't call him unlucky. He's been pretty lucky throughout his UFC career, although he does have the fact he's still allowed to fight with steroids all in his system. I'll put him at like 75% luck, if anything. Next up, we got Bilal, the racist Muhammad. You already know. Bilal Muhammad is 100% lucky. Like everyone's talking about his long win streak still, that he's on like a 10-fight win streak. No, he's not. He lost to fucking Leon Edwards not too long ago, but he's lucky Leon Scissorhands poked him in the eyes because, man, that was a clear 100% gonna be a loss for Bilal. But now on his resume, it doesn't have a red on it, and he has a storyline with Leon. So yeah, he's actually been pretty lucky, if anything, and he's gonna get the title shot. So you don't have to worry about that. I guarantee you, his next fight will be for the fucking belt. And even though he doesn't really fucking deserve it, if you really think about it, but I ain't even going to go into it because I know a lot of you guys going to hate on that opinion. I'll go into it on another video maybe, but yeah, Bilal Muhammad, I'll put him at 75% luck. Dalton Almeida, I mean, I'll just put him at 0% luck after that knockout versus Curtis Blades. Holy shit. Matt Frivola, 0% luck because of the KO from Benoit Saint Denis. Then we got Gilbert Burns. He's been pretty unlucky in his fights recently. Like against Khamzat Chimaev, he could have got the decision, but he didn't. And versus Kamaru Usman, he literally dropped him for the belt, but ended up losing. And then he fought Bilal at short notice and ended up losing that as well. So he's been pretty unlucky in my opinion. I'll put him at like 25% luck. Next up, we got Khamzat Chimaev. He's 100% luck. I'll be real. He's winning split decisions. He's getting 3-round fights where he's about to lose, but the amount of rounds is the reason he's won. But yeah, Whitaker's gonna fraud check him, this lucky motherfucker, and yeah, he's going straight to the fucking tomato cans again when he loses to Robert Whitaker. So just you guys watch. Next up, we got Michael Chandler. I mean, even though he's like a brawler and he does have a luck-based style, that head kick versus Tony Ferguson was lucky. I'll give him that much. But also like the fight versus Charles Oliveira, he got unlucky. Like he should have won that and could have won that if he fought smarter. I don't think he's unlucky. I think he just has bad fight IQ, but that head kick from Tony alone, I'll put him at 75% luck. Speaking of powerhouses, we got Josh Emmett. I mean, he had to meet Ilia Topuria in Ilia Topuria's prime. That's unlucky as fuck. The way he got beat up from Yair Rodriguez, that overhand on Bryce Mitchell was earth-shattering. I don't think it was luck though. I think that's just how those two match up. I'll put him at like 50% luck. Next up, we got Cyril Gane. Yeah, he's just a fucking dumbass to go for a heel hook in a championship fight. But when it comes to luck, I will say with the matchups he's been getting lucky, but in certain fights he's been unlucky. I mean, the fact he didn't get knocked out by Tai Tuivasa when Tai Tuivasa landed on him, that was lucky as fuck. I'll put him at like 50% luck, but mostly it's skill. Next up, we got Jamal Hill. Hill has not been too lucky because of the fucking pulling guard situation with Paul Craig. You lost to a guy pulling guard, and they literally break your arm. But then again, you did come back, win the belt. If you fought Jury, but you did get to fight a 50-year-old Glover for the belt, rather than a Magomed Ankalaev or Jiri Prochazka, the champion, because Jiri got injured. So Alex Pereira is really your first like proper fight. I'm not saying Glover isn't good, but I'm saying he was like 50 years old, bro. So you versus Pereira is gonna say a lot on how legitimate you are as a champion. If you win this, I don't think anyone will be um questioning your championship ever again. I put him at like 75% luck. Next up, we got Vicente Luque. I mean, he had a brain hernia for Christ's sake, so he's not lucky at all. I'll put him at 0% luck. And finally, we got Dustin the Diamond Poirier. I mean, the way he was getting his ass beat by Benoit Saint Denis, and then getting that lucky fucking bang punch. I mean, it wasn't luck, but the way Benoit was fighting in that moment was stupid as fuck. And yeah, but also the fight against McGregor where McGregor fucking tore his, where McGregor broke his leg in half, that was lucky as fuck. I'm gonna be real. He's a fluke master, but can't fluke a guillotine to save his life. I'll be real. No offense. So yeah, I'll put him at like 75% luck because of the fucking snapping leg situation. But yeah, guys, that's it. If you like the video, make sure you like and subscribe. And I'll see you at the top.
You tried to break me, but you couldn't tear me apart. I've got a fire inside, gonna ignite and restart. I'm rising up higher than before. With every step I take, I'm closing in on the score.